part we're going to be looking into is to make sure that people actually type in a name. So if I just click submit right now, it's just creating empty boxes. This is not really cool, right? We need to somehow check to see if somebody has actually inputted something into through our form, and if they have, then allow it to create this, and if there's nothing in it, we're just gonna say no, you can't do anything. So we're gonna do this inside our form submitted here. So just hit enter right after the function is open, and in here we're gonna create another if statement. So let's just create the structure of it like this, and then we're taking these things and copying them or cutting them and putting them into our if statement. What we're going to check here is we need to make sure that whoever's doing things here, once they click our submit, is that this part, this is where they put in their name, right? Where we store the name. If this is at least bigger than 0, then you're allowed to put in your name. So if your name is Q, then woo, like totally James Bond, right? Yeah, that's adding Q. So we want to make sure that Q can attend the party as well. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to use this keyword and then the new attendant name, because that's where our information is. If this is bigger than 1 or 0, let's go 0. So as long as it's bigger than 0, then we're going to allow them. But for it actually to know what we're trying to do, so we're just saying this name. So if it says James, that's not a number, that's just a bunch of characters and doesn't know what to do. So we need to remember to put on the length again. So convert it into a number instead of 5 letters. So let's try this, save, let's go back, browse, let's see what happens. So if I smash the button key now, a submit key, nothing happens. Before it just created these boxes, type key, Q, key, then it are able, because Q is bigger than 0, so there's more than 1, right? More than 0. So that's how we can actually just quickly make sure that we at least submit 1 letter, and if you want more than 1, then it's 2, right? Or you can say equal to the 1, then is also equal or bigger than 1. It's up to you. But that's kind of how we can do this first part I wanted to show you. The next thing I'm gonna show is we want to actually grab. So right now the attendant is, no matter what we do, it's always at 0, right? So it should be 3 now. So by doing what we just did in our code, by figuring out the actual length of this array here, or this, the array, we can actually also print them out into our HTML. So let's try this. So we're going to grab the array, and up here where we have attendance, instead of 0, we're going to do the double curly brackets here for interpolation, and up here we are going to grab the array, and the array's name was this one, attendant name. We're just gonna pop this in here, and we're going to convert this into a number. So instead of all these things, so let's try this, save, hopefully you don't break it. So no names is added, 0 here, let's add in Deadpool again, whoop-de-doo, and check this out, this should now switch to 1. And if we add Q, this is going to be a weird party. I just broke it. So let's see what I actually did in my code. Alright, oh right, I changed this to 1. It should be 0 if I wanted to add Q at least. So let's change this back to 0. So a person with a 1-letter name can also join. So Deadpool, and we also want to add Q. And now we can add Q as well, because it needs to just be bigger than 0. So this is kind of how we made it more dynamic. So these changes, we're putting these down here unless something is true and false. And that's what we're going to do for this video, and see you in the next video.